that if you set out to follow your dream, you'll discover an even better dream along the way. My dream was always to travel the world. I figured I'd start by setting a goal for myself, to backpack through Europe before I graduated college. I've always wanted to travel to the amazing places I've read about in history books. And this past January, I got the chance to live my dream. I backpacked through Italy, Germany, Holland, Belgium, France, and the UK. I had saved up all my money from working over the summer. I coordinated with my friends studying and living over the Atlantic. And I can tell you this, I was filled with wonder every single second I was there. I have no doubt that I'll be talking about that trip for the rest of my life. But while I was there, my eyes were opened. I was surprised to see so many homeless people in these cities. This was not the first time I've ever witnessed poverty. Before going to Europe, I had the chance to go on 2 service trips, one to Guatemala and one to Louisiana, where I helped families in need. But while backpacking, I realized that there's so much more that I can do. It started with my friend Gracie. While staying with her in Florence, she brought out an extra coat with her one day when we were traveling around the city. When I asked her why, she said, "I have 2 coats, and I don't wear this one as much, so I'm going to give it to someone who needs it." She gave the coat to an elderly woman who was begging outside of a church, and the woman smiled. Gracie didn't make a big scene about it. She just did it out of the kindness of her heart. And seeing Gracie do something so simple that made someone happy wanted me to do more. And I made the decision right then to travel better by traveling for more than just myself. I started out small. I would eat some of my meals in a grocery store to save the cost of sitting down and having a meal when I was traveling on my own. While I was there, I'd get extra fruit and water, small snacks, so that while I was walking around the city, if I saw someone who was hungry or someone in need, I'd give them the food I had with me. In Paris, it was so cold and it was so rainy that I brought sweaters and gave them to homeless people who were battling the elements. I thought I didn't speak Italian or German, Dutch, or French, but I never faced a language barrier once while doing this. The old cliche is true, a smile is universal. This made me realize how little effort it takes to just reach out and be compassionate to the people who normally get ignored. Too many times we walk past our brothers and sisters in need. We get caught up in this vicious cycle of turning a blind eye to the homeless man sitting at a bus station because we tell ourselves there's so much poverty in the world and I can't do everything for everyone. So we just walk on by. When we do this, we end up doing nothing for no one. I started a movement to combat this and to say, hey, I may not be able to do it all at once, but I can do something for somebody. My new dream, I call it Alms Wide Open. Right now, it's just a website, a little Twitter and Facebook campaign. But I want to inspire other travelers to go out there and help people that they meet along their journey. And instead of buying souvenirs for ourselves, buying food and clothing for homeless people in need. I've already received responses from around the world of people inspired by the movement and adding it to their lives. People studying abroad, people on spring break, people who are already advocates for the homeless in their countries, and people who are just in the wanderlusting phase of making travel plans. My experience with creating Alms Wide Open was greatly inspired by my favorite philosopher, Dave Matthews. He says, when you give, you begin to live. So what do I believe? I believe that I found my spark to go forth and set the world on fire. I believe in carpe diem. I believe that I finally understand what my Nana means when she says, there are no pockets in a shroud. I believe that I can hug the world. I believe that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and compassion. I believe that we are better than falling victim to practicing the bystander effect. I believe that if you pack right, you don't have room to bring home souvenirs. I believe the best souvenir you can take home with you is the memory of helping someone in need. And I believe in living with Alms Wide Open.